My name is Tariq. I'm studying computer science at Aston University and I'm a web developer here at Magic 42. The reason I chose to do a placement is because I really wanted a real-life work experience, which would kind of help me with my CV and also help me with my recruitment after uni, and also the kind of experience I'd gain from that. I figured it would really help me in my final year project, as well as just my general programming skills. The way I secured my placement was through Aston Futures. They had a lot of great opportunities there, and one of those was Magic 42. I applied using the instructions, and the rest of it was done with the recruiter from Magic 42. Had an over-the-phone interview, in-person interview, and some pair programming at the office, and that was how the process went. I really enjoyed using Aston Futures. It felt like it was really tailored towards myself as a student, particularly looking for placement. Also, it was really easy to kind of filter out what I needed and what I did not need, particularly like location and stuff. I wanted something that was closer to home, and within like my course, which is computer science, and Aston Futures really helped me to do that. It was really easy to use, and it was very handy. So a usual typical day at Magic 42 would be the first 30 minutes kind of like getting started, getting into the mood of working, usually kind of checking what I've done in the past day. And then always at 9 o'clock, we'd have a team daily stand-up. This is where we all kind of gather in a circle, stand up and report to each other what we've done yesterday, what we're going to do today, and if we have any blocks. So blocks, is if your machine's not working, can't really work, so we'd have to raise that in stand-up and get some help there. Afterwards, we'd go back to our desks and begin working. Generally, we do have lunch around 12ish, but it's quite flexible. I generally have lunch here, and I might play a bit of table football with a few co-workers, and then around 1, back to work and keep going. So the skills I've gained throughout placement is quite a lot. In terms of technical skills, I've definitely expanded on using the Git technology, so version control, using Linux, the terminal that has massively improved. Also, kind of my general programming knowledge and kind of skills with that has definitely improved, especially with the feedback from other more experienced programmers telling me, you should do this instead of this. This is much better. Kind of helping with my structure of my code, teaching me that although this may work here, later on it will affect the overall architecture and it won't be good for the system. This kind of feedback really has helped me change the way I think about when I'm writing code. In terms of non-technical skills, I think my communication has definitely improved, both written and verbal. I'm more concise when trying to explain my ideas. Also, kind of one thing I've improved upon is kind of teaching. So there's a few new starters that have arrived while I was on placement, and me already having around 6 months experience, I was kind of tasked with pair programming with them a while. And during this kind of week or two where I was working with them quite closely, I was teaching them a lot of the fundamentals of how we work and the technologies we use, and I've received a lot of good feedback in the way that I've taught them. Whereas using a lot of diagrams to explain things instead of just words, knowing that people learn better through seeing diagrams rather than just hearing it done. And also kind of giving them the reins when kind of showing them how something's done. Instead of showing them it, I'll tell them, okay, you do this, and then just giving them steps and they'll do it themselves. So this teaching aspect, I think, has definitely improved. I'm kind of noticing things when people do understand or don't understand. Those things have definitely improved. And also kind of my self-confidence in what I'm doing as a job. At the beginning, I wasn't so sure, but now I'm a lot more confident in what I can do. and what I can provide to the company. For students considering a placement, I'd say definitely go for it. I'd say there's absolutely no loss as to doing a placement, and it's all benefit. Even if you don't enjoy your placement too much, it's still experience that you can put on your CV. It's still experience for yourself, and more than that, you know, after experiencing that, what to look for and what not to look for. I think that's very beneficial. Let's say you really enjoyed that placement, you know that you want to look for something similar to that when you graduate. And even if you didn't enjoy it too much, you know when you're looking for graduate roles to avoid something like that, or to avoid roles similar to what you've experienced there. So that's why I think it's definitely beneficial to get a placement, especially the fact that this industrial experience a whole year is quite irreplaceable. The amount of growth there is quite amazing. It's more than what you can do in a year of studying, I believe, because practical learning for me it's a lot better than theoretical learning, and it definitely puts the theoretics into practice and makes it a lot more valuable. And also, since it's just before your final year, I think it'll definitely influence your final project and make you more prepared for it. My 3 words would be growth, experience and confidence, because all of these I've gained massively throughout my placement, and I'm really proud to have increased in those areas, like experience in working with different skilled people, different projects, growth as a person, as a developer, as a professional in the workplace. I've grown in many ways there, and confidence, a lot more confidence in my work, confidence in kind of speaking to other people, and in just generally, I'd say.